and welcome back to my channel. Are you feeling exhausted from trying the discussion essay? So let's say you've been practicing this type of essay in the IELTS Writing Task 2 for some time now, and it just looks like you're not getting it. Perhaps you don't even know what structure to maintain. Do you want to use the 2-body paragraph structure, or do you want to use the 3-body paragraph structure? In this video, I'm going to show you how to answer the discussion essay using the 3-body paragraph structure. And what exactly we're doing is you're going to have a full essay. Okay, so we're going to look at the introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, body paragraph 3, and then the conclusion. Okay, so but before we get into it, you can see it looks like I have a team right in front of you. Yes, we're going to be working with these props. I like to call them my props. Okay, so we're going to be using these props to explain the discussion essay. Once again, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adenike Babalola, and if you've not subscribed, please do that right now. Subscribe now and turn on the notification bell so that you can know when I upload a new video to my channel. And don't forget to like, leave your comments, and share this video with friends of people who are preparing for the IELTS test as well. Okay, so let's get into the play part of this. So you can see these two balls. You have the big and the small. Okay, so these two these are like the two different groups that you have in a discuss both views kind of question. Okay, so in the IELTS Writing Task 2, you know that we have 5 essay types. One of them is the discussion essay, which happens to be very common. I think if you check the Cambridge IELTS Book 12, out of 3 tests, you'll find that out of 4 tests rather, 3 of them have discussion essay questions in the IELTS Writing Task 2. Okay, so look at this. One is small, one is big. Basically, what you have is in the discussion essay, some people believe one thing while the other people believe this other thing. Okay, now the views don't have to be opposite because this is big and small. They don't have to be opposite. They could just be 2 different sides of a thing. Okay, so this is one side of a thing and this is another side of a thing. Now, usually what you find is when people write their essays, so people talk about, okay, you see that they'll give one body paragraph to this view, okay? And then you see that they give the next body paragraph to this view. So you have introduction, one view, the other view, and then the conclusion. Many times in conclusion, that's where people bring in their opinion. Okay, so you have in conclusion, I believe that something. That's what many people, let me not say most, that's what many people do. Are you guilty of this? Tell me, where do you put your opinion? Do you put it in the conclusion or you forget to write it? So basically, people write this view, they write on this view, they write on this view, but they forget that you can combine these 2 views to come up with your own opinion. Now, you don't always have to combine both views, okay? You can decide to agree with this view and agree with this view. Let's use the question here to explain what I'm trying to say. So we have some people say that the only reason for learning a foreign language is in order to travel to or work in a foreign country. Others say that these are not the only reasons why someone should learn a foreign language. Okay? Discuss both these views and give your own opinion. So let's do this. Let's assume this is the first view, okay? So we would say this would go with some people say that. Okay, so you place this here. This represents some people, okay? And then we have this one for others say that, okay? So you have this view covers this one, while this view represents this one. So you have the 2 views there. Now let's look at the question. It says, discuss both these views, okay? So we're going to be discussing this view and this view. So we're doing that, but it doesn't stop there. And give your own opinion. So in the process of giving your opinion, you could decide to go with this view, which is this one, or you go with this view, which is this one. Okay, so you could go with this or this. Now, it's actually possible to combine both of them. Okay, so you could come up with a combination of these 2 views. There's no way to glue this together, but you know that you can actually combine these 2 views to create your opinion. So I'm going to place this down. I hope they don't fall. Yes, I'm going to place them down and I will make use of the Legos, okay? So now you can see this order If you've watched my previous videos on how to write your introduction and write your body paragraphs, you understand why I have something like this. So if you've not watched those videos, please check my description box. You find the links to the videos on writing your introduction and then the body paragraphs. So, I said, oh goodness, this is coming apart. Okay, so this is your introduction. The very top, the very first thing that anybody sees, the examiner sees, is the introduction. And as much as possible, your introduction should paraphrase this very well, okay? And of course, give a clue into your opinion. So this is the introduction, okay? That's your first paragraph. Now your second paragraph is this yellow block, okay? And that is what would cover the first view. So this is your first view. Now this blue one is your second view. This is your third paragraph, which is your second body paragraph. Okay, this would cover this view. Now, you see that I have double yellow and then double blue. Now, it means that you need another paragraph for your own opinion. So the idea is, if you decide to have the double yellow, it means that you're going with this view. Okay, that's the first view. If you decide to go with the double blue, it means that you're going with the second view. So if you rearrange it, it means that just before your conclusion, this bottom is your conclusion. Just before your conclusion, if you're going with view 1, you're going to add this. Okay, so this is what the order would look like. Sorry. You're going to add this arrangement. Okay, so this is introduction, view 1, view 2, your view, and your view matches view 1. It just happens that you're giving another point to support this view, and then you have your conclusion. Okay, so to take that again, this is your introduction, this is view 1, this is view 2, this is your view, okay? And that's because your view matches view 1, and then you have your conclusion. But if you were going with view 2, which is this one, we're just going to replace the yellow. We're going to replace the yellow with the blue. So what we have is, yes, okay, so this is what we have. Introduction, view 1, view 2. Now your view matches view 2, and then you have your conclusion. Okay, so that's it. We're done with the Legos. Now let's get to the actual writing, okay? So now let's look at the question very clearly. It says some people say that the only reason means one reason for learning a foreign language, okay? That's like the theme of this question. People learn languages. Why are you learning a language? Language learning. Okay, so the only reason for learning a language is in order to travel to or work in a foreign country. So, the only reason is either you want to, migrate to another country, or you want to work in another country, a foreign country. Either of this will give you the only reason why people learn languages or learn a foreign language, okay? Others, that's the other view now, say that these refer to traveling to another country or working in another country. These, okay, so this is a reference for that, are not the only reasons why someone should learn a foreign language, okay? So these people say it's either this or this, travel or work. But this other group says it's not just traveling or working, there are other reasons involved. Now, which of these views do you agree with? Okay, are you going with travel or work, or are you saying it's not just travel and work? There are more sides to it. So, well, tell me what you would go with in the comment section. Let me know. Would you agree with the first view or with the second view? Or would you say something entirely different? Okay, so I would go with the second view, okay? Because of course, there are certainly other reasons why people learn languages. So I'm going with the second view, okay? So it says they are not the only reasons why someone should learn a foreign language, okay? So, and we're going to give our own opinion. So our opinion is the third body paragraph. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you how to write the introduction. And of course, it deals with paraphrasing this question and then coming up with yours. And of course, including your response. So I'm going to show that to you, just after this. This is our introduction to the question that we're given. That's the discussion essay in this IELTS writing task 2. Okay, so I've paraphrased the question and I've included my opinion. So let's look at this. Certain individuals claim that immigration or employment abroad is the sole purpose of foreign language acquisition, whereas some others insist that people learn a second language for other reasons. In my view, a person may learn another country's language also due to personal interest and the need to understand other cultures. How does this sound? Okay, so let me show you what I did. You know, the question started with some people say that, okay? So what I have is certain replaces some, individuals replaces people, say replaces claim. Okay, so we have that. Now it says the only reason for learning a foreign language, okay? So I put, now you know the two reasons were in order to travel to or work in a foreign country. So what I did was travel to, I made that immigration, and then work in a foreign country, I made that employment abroad, okay? Then what you add for is the only reason I have is the sole purpose of what we add there was, where is it? Learning a foreign language. I decided to do foreign language acquisition. Do you see what I did? I changed some words and I rearranged, you know, the other. Those are ways to paraphrase your question. I'll do that in another video so you know how to paraphrase the, you know, question you're given. Now, yeah, the question ended that sentence, okay, and then said others say that. What I did was whereas. This shows you a contrary view, okay. Now some others replaces others, okay, so I have some others. It says say that these are not the only reasons. I said insist that people learn a second language for other reasons, because what you add there was these are not the only reasons why someone should learn a foreign language. Okay, so do you see how I paraphrased the introduction? It's quite easy. Now, of course, this is not the only way to paraphrase your your question, but this is just one of the simplest ways, because you don't have to rack your head over so many words, so many ways to restructure everything. You just have to change some words and write the sentence in a way you feel confident. Okay, so I didn't stop there. I've included my opinion, and that's why you have in my view. Okay, and I'm going to state it now. A person may learn another country's language, that's a foreign language. Also, I'm showing you that I'm agreeing with this view because it is not limited to these two reasons alone. Due to, so the reasons now, personal interests, okay, that's one point I'm going to talk about, and then the need to understand other cultures. So this is the first point I'm going to discuss, and I'm going to place that point under the second view, because that's the view I agree with, and then the need to understand other cultures. Okay, so this is the second point I'm going to use for my own body paragraph. Okay, so this is how you write your introduction. I hope this is clear. Now let's move on to body paragraph 1. Okay, so this is body paragraph 1, and this is the paragraph that takes care of view 1. Okay, you know that we've already done the introduction. Now this is view 1. Okay, so how do you sort out view 1? Remember that I talked about preparing your introduction, and this is what it looks like. Okay, preparing your body paragraph, actually, as you state your point, you build your point, that's you develop your point, and then you give an example to support it. So we're trying to look at this body paragraph. Now, where is my topic sentence? Let me show you. Okay, so the topic sentence starts here. Oh, this is a little difficult. Yep. Okay, so let's look at the topic sentence. For some individuals, immigration or foreign employment is a singular reason why people acquire foreign languages. Okay, this is your topic sentence. Well, this is a little longer than normal because we are having to mention immigration or foreign employment. Okay, so that kind of stretched it a little bit, but that is your topic sentence. That is your main idea. That's what you're talking about in this body paragraph. Okay, now let's develop it. Okay, what this means now, this is a major phrase to introduce your to build your point further, to develop your point further. Okay, so you have what this means is that people may learn a second language because they plan to relocate to another country or get a job abroad. Okay, I remember that this is 64 words. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, they plan to relocate okay, relocate to another country or get a job abroad. This second part now is the part where you've developed your points, okay? So we have done two things. Now, what is the third thing? The third thing is giving you example, and I've started with, for example, a woman may choose to learn French because she intends to relocate to France and integrate into the society without language barriers. What we're basically saying is, people learn languages to maybe move abroad, whether to stay there or just work there or something like that. Now, I've built that point up and I've given an example to buttress it. This is how you write your body paragraph, and this is a discussion essay, okay? So I have shown you one body paragraph. This is for the view that says people do it mainly for work or for travel, okay? Now let's look at, the second view in body paragraph 2. Okay, so this is body paragraph 2, where you're discussing the second view, and that would be this blue, okay? This blue. So we've taken the introduction, we've taken view 1, now we're looking at view 2. Okay, so look at this. Can you see? Conversely, it's showing you another side, okay? On the other hand, some others believe people have other intentions for becoming bilingual. Bilingual means somebody who can speak, more than 2 languages. That's being able to speak 2 languages or more. Now, including personal motivation. This is a reason why people learn languages, okay? It's not just travel or work. There's also personal motivation. Now, this implies that, okay? Now, remember that you're trying to build the body paragraph. You have the points, stating the points, developing the points, and then, giving you example. So stating the points, I have done this first sentence. Now, to develop the point, I'm starting with, this implies that people could choose to gain proficiency. Are you aware of the vocabulary, the words I'm using? Okay, in foreign languages, mainly because they love the languages. Okay, it's mainly because they love the languages. That's why they're learning. Okay, now I want to give my example. All right, a young boy who learns Chinese. You can't be talking about languages without referring to the language. So you know that in body paragraph 1, where I talked about the first view, I used French. Now I'm using Chinese. Okay. Who learns Chinese, for instance. Now, I did not put for instance at the beginning. You see that I structured the sentence a bit differently so that for instance comes in between, okay? A young boy who learns Chinese, for instance, may be driven by the intrigue and complexity of the Chinese signs and symbols, okay? So it might be that he loves complex things. He wants to, fix a puzzle. He wants to unravel this whole thing, and then that's why he wants to learn Chinese. So it's not just travel and it's not just work. It has to do with personal motivation, love, or just interest, okay? So this is it for body paragraph 2. We have looked at the first view. We have looked at the second view. Now we want to look at your own view. What do you think? Are you going with view 1 or you're going with view 2? Remember that I chose to go with view 2. So let's go to my own body paragraph, which is body paragraph 3, to see how I structured everything. This is my own body paragraph, okay? This is, my opinion, and this is what the body paragraph looks like. So this is what it is. I've talked about the introduction, I've discussed view 1, I've discussed view 2, and because I agree with view 2, this is what my paragraph looks like, okay? I equally believe that people learn languages for other reasons, such as the need to understand another culture, okay? So that is the topic sentence for my view, okay? That's the first sentence. Now, the point that is developing that topic sentence is, in other words, people may develop interest in the lingua franca of another nation because they aim to know more about the culture of the native speakers, okay? That is me telling you more about what I said earlier. Now, let me give you an example. Tourists sometimes learn vocabulary, greetings, and popular expressions in a language before they visit their destination in order to understand the natives and their way of life. Okay, so do you notice how I gave example here? You see that I mentioned vocabulary, greetings, and then popular expressions. I didn't have to say, for example, and all of that. So this is my view, and as you can see, it agrees with view 2, okay? So already we've written the introduction, view 1, view 2, view 3. Well, view 3 is my own view. That's your opinion, okay? So that's body paragraph 3. Now we want to write the conclusion. Let's take a look at it. This is our conclusion. Okay, this is the bottom of your essay. This is what it looks like. Introduction, done. View 1, done. View 2, done. Your view, done. And then this is your conclusion. Okay, so now let's read. This is my conclusion. Let's read. In conclusion, people learn foreign languages not only, okay, that's how I show that it's my opinion, not only to migrate or work abroad, but also, this is a conjunction. It's called the correlative. Yes, correlative. You're showing two sides. Okay, not only to migrate or work abroad, but also to satisfy their love for languages. Okay, and to become knowledgeable about other people's culture. That is the conclusion. Okay, so I hope you learned. I hope this was quite easy for you. Now you see that this is just one sentence, but it's a complex sentence actually. And well, thanks to the conjunction, it makes it easy. So this is it. Our essay is ready. What does it look like? It looks like a house with how many stories? I don't know. Okay, but this is, you know, how you write your essay. And as for the word count, I know that introduction was 51 words, body 1 was 64 words, body 2 53, body 3 was 74, conclusion 29. Altogether we had 271 words. Okay, so for the, you know, as far as the, you know, word count is concerned, we're good. Now, do you think this is worth a band 8? Let me tell you how it's worth a band 8. Now, as far as the task response is concerned, you know, the question was a discussion essay. Did I use the right structure for discussion essay? Yes. Okay, I discussed both views. I developed my point after stating them, and then I, you know, gave examples. And then I gave my opinion in the third body paragraph before concluding. So as far as task response is concerned, it can't be less than 8.5. Yes, I know that they say you shouldn't evaluate your own essays, but if you know what examiners expect of you, you know, you give check the IELTS writing criteria. I have a video on that, so you can check the link in my description box for that. You know what your task response will be. Okay, and as for coherence and cohesion, yes, you would notice that there was this flow. You know, one sentence naturally led to another one without sounding unnatural. Okay, for lexical resource, which is the third criterion rather, you find that I use the words that were associated with language barrier, lingua franca, the language of another country, second language, and so on and so forth. And then as far as grammatical range and accuracy is concerned, you notice that the sentences were constructed well formed. So this I would give, you know, in general, I would rate it about 8. But I think we should just leave that for an actual examiner to do that. Or, you know, tell me, what do you think it's worth? Tell me, do you think this is worth about 8, or is it worth less or more? Tell me in the comment section. I would like to hear from you. So this is my essay. It's ready. I hope you like it. Okay, so I would like you to try this question as well. You know, I want to see your task too. I want to see your IELTS writing task too, especially, you know, the discussion essay that we treated today. Okay, my son is here. That's his opinion. Okay, so don't forget what I said about, you know, one view and then another view, and then how you bring everything together. So please, you know, if you happen to be one of the first 5 people that leave your comment on this video, send me. I would like you to send me your essay, you know, on this question. You have the ideas already, so you can actually just rewrite them in your own words, or you could try another question. I'd like to evaluate your essay for free, so I'm going to do this for the first 5 people who leave a comment on this video. So of course we'll be creating other videos that consider other types of essays and how to build them. So please look out for this. Koforola, please leave there. Thank you. Okay, so in other videos I'm going to show you how to write full essays, and I hope that these videos help you as well. Once again, I hope that you've learned. I hope that all my videos have been helping you, I will see you in another video. My name again is Adenike Babalola. And before I go, don't forget to subscribe. If you've not done that already, please click the subscribe button now and turn on the notification bell. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share it. And then you'll see me in many more videos. Alright then, see ya.